Hey folks, welcome back to the channel, Highest Gear Reviews. Once again, I'm Lou Thompson. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, maybe hit the like button, really helps me out, okay? So today what we're going to be working on my C8 with is we're going to be replacing these blades basically back here, or we're putting a cover on them is what we're going to do. So these ones on my C8 are called carbon flash finish. You can get them painted to the color of the car and all that kind of stuff as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to put a real carbon fiber overlay on it. So it's true carbon fiber, and I got these from a store called Extreme Online Store. So this is what they look like when you get them. They're real well packaged. They're all kind of foam wrapped and all that kind of stuff. So you're going to get, they're in two pieces obviously. This is going to be the upper blade, and like I said, this is all the real carbon fiber, so really cool stuff. I mean, nicely done, and it weighs next to nothing. And of course, here's the other part for the lower section. The other things that you're going to get in the package is you're going to get your kind of double-sided, ludicrously adhesive tape. I mean, it is really adhesive. And there's also going to be a package of a adhesion promoter as well in here as well. So we're going to install these on the C8 Corvette. I'll show you how to do them. And first thing we'll do is we're going to do a little bit of prep work. Alrighty folks, so the first order of business is grab yourself a nice clean microfiber towel, obviously. Spray some alcohol on it, and we're going to want to get all of this, any kind of wax or residue that you have on these, because we're going to be adhering them to here. So I'm just going to wipe it on. I didn't spray it on because I don't want to take the wax off of my entire car or my coating that I have on it. So I'm just going to wipe it down real nice. All right, there we go. Just kind of get that off, any waxy residue. And then I'm going to do that also on the back side of the pieces. Let me just show you these pieces again. Like I said, it's a really nice, right? That carbon fiber finish. Hopefully you can kind of see this on here. But this is what I'm going to be cleaning, just this back side of them. So just going to go along, wipe them down, get some of the dust from the manufacturing process off. Here's our next one. So like I said, looking really nice, real high gloss, but anyway, really cool carbon fiber look there and carbon fiber finish. So I'm going to again wipe this off. There we go. All right, so we're pretty much good to go. So now what I'm going to do, what I like to do anyway, is just kind of test fit them to make sure they're going to go on properly before we start. So I'm just going to kind of hold it where it's going to go. Really easy. The next one, test fit on here. Make sure that this like body gap lines up properly and it looks like it's going to be good as far as where the gap for the door is going to be. Everything looks like it's, whoops, daisy, going to mount on real nice. So yeah, we're going to be good to go. So now I'm going to lay down my double-sided tape on this. Now from what I can see as far as where I'm going to put the tape, it's basically going to be, I'm going to kind of put it along this edge here, and then obviously along here going all the way down, and then down here as well. So I'm going to lay the tape out, and it's going to be pretty obvious when you do it, right? Same kind of thing with this one, just on the outside edge, just put a nice bead of the tape down, and then we'll apply them to the vehicle. All right, folks, so like I said, I got the tape all around. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but anyway, I don't have any kind of overlapping sections. I cut it so nothing overlaps. Make sure it's nice and down and well adhered. Before I put this on, I did run a little bit of the adhesion promoter along this edge as well. So I'm also going to take out my adhesion promoter, pop it out of a little package. Make sure you kind of put it back in the package because it's going to take you a little while and you don't want it to dry out. But then I'm just going to run it along the edge for where my glue surfaces or my adhesive surfaces are going to be. There we go. And this is basically just a cleaner, just cleaning it off. Like I said, to get any kind of greases or oils off of here. And along that edge, I'm going to go down this side. There we go. And we're good to go. So like I said, make sure you pop this back inside the package just to kind of keep it a little bit moist for when you do the other side, and just kind of seal up the pack as best you can. And now we're going to install it on here. All right, so I've got the tape on. So tip on the tape is don't go all the way to the very edge, okay? Give yourself just a little bit of a gap. That way the piece kind of lays down a little bit easier onto where it's supposed to go. It doesn't have doesn't lift it up basically, I guess, at that edge. Another thing that's really important is when you come to some of these little sections here or over here where the tapes are kind of joining up, don't overlap the tape and leave that overlap in there, because that's going to make it just a little bit thicker and the piece is going to lift off, like, you know, off of the body panel basically. So you don't want to have any kind of high ridges or anything like that. So you're just going to run the tape. You can run it over, just cut it, remove the top piece of the tape, just leave it like nice and flush with the lower tape. So like I said, we're just going to tape it in. We're going to put a little bit of an adhesion promoter on here as well, which, like I said, comes with the package, and it just says right on there, adhesion promoter. So we're going to wipe that around here as well, kind of clean that surface off, and then stick this piece on and repeat with the other part. All right, so once we've got our tape removed, like I said, this is extremely adhesive. Try not to put your fingers on it, whoops daisy. But anyway, so now we're just going to install it. So we're going to go real lightly. Don't press too hard, just kind of get it lined up where you want it. And I'm basically using this kind of a body line piece over here, or the door jamb, I guess you'd call it, over here, to use kind of my reference point. So I'm just going to kind of get it in place where I think it looks good, or where it should go. Everything there looks good, everything there looks good. And there we go. All right, so that piece is on. There we go. Nice, make sure you've got some good pressure on there. And yeah, that is definitely on there. That is not going anywhere. That is, like I said, that tape, once it gets a hold of it, whew, it just holds on. So there we go. And now we're going to replace it with the lower piece. All right, folks, so I got the tape off of here. Like I said, this tape, and it is sticky. So just getting the backing tape off is kind of a pain. So anyway, just kind of get it where it's going to go as far as this body seam here. And the rest of it should just lie in kind of in a natural state pretty much as to where it should go. And there we go. Okay, looks pretty darn good. So make sure it's all adhering on there real good. Everything feels good. Putting some good pressure on there. Boom, good to go. Make sure our door opens up. All right, there we go. So there you have it. So that was pretty darn easy. I'd say that's probably about one of the easiest installs on anything I've done on the car yet. So we have the Extreme Online Store carbon fiber overlay for the C8 Corvette. Once again, thanks. I appreciate it. Enjoy. Have a good day. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks, guys.